everyone. Hey, Jules. Hey, Sophie.
Hey, y'all.
Sorry, I kept you on. I was on a phone call, and I had to take it. So,
Don't worry, he kept us waiting too. It's okay.
You know, I've been really working better at being like more on time, which I think I've proven. But sometimes I have to be like, you know, my old self. So there's that.
I was sitting here back by myself when I first got here looking at a black screen. So I'm just going to say, I didn't even have the background when I first got here. Just saying.
You look fantastic, by the way.
Isn't she pretty?
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Let me say hi to everybody in the chat. Oh, this is going to take a while. Oh, Lord. Okay.
You want to tag team it?
You want to take bottom? I'll take top.
Sure.
That's what I said to Cody last night.
Hi, Jay Fit and Sarah K.
Hi, Big Hair Don't Care. Velvet Pixie, Paula, Keela Bila, Tony Ann, Velvet Pixie, Mel B.
Hi, Miss Lisa and Betty Boo. Hey, Sly, and the YouTube is here, y'all.
There's my hub.
Hey, Sheila. Hey, Ruth Ann. Hey, Not My Real Name. Hey, Susan S. Hey, Wicked. Hey, Curtis. You're up,
Velvet
Sophie.
Pixie, Amanda, Big Hair Don't Care.
Oh, this
Sandra.
is not working. I already said hi to everybody. So we're already failing on this one.
Hey, Lisa.
Boomer Babe, Pipsqueak, Shayna, Shauna, Redbirds.
Oh, listen to this name, Sherry Sapphire. Sounds like a stripper
Wasn't
name.
that a wrestler? Back in the day in the 80s.
I don't remember.
Wasn't there like a Sherry Sapphire like wrestler or something like that back in the day?
I don't know about that.
I don't know.
Like, you know, when
Hi,
Macho
Coco.
Man and Elizabeth were around. I don't know. Stephen C, Shell 97, Tony Ann, thank you. Celia Ward.
Hi, Nikki.
Celia.
Pretty Bird. Karen Johnson.
If everyone can stop talking in the chat, this will be done like a lot quicker.
Hey, Siwa. And Teresa Cook and Siwa. Hi.
I just want to see Velvet. Thank you so much. Julie, Amanda.
Hey, Tosh. Christina.
Jewel Jocks.
Hey,
Geneva.
Mackie. Hey, Mackie.
Linda S. Amanda. Oh my God, Patricia want to see. Thank you so much. Sly, hello, Mikey, Betty Boo,
Shit Shaker.
Lisa loves her pup. KLP in Cincinnati.
Wait a minute. You think the same thing when you say that?
Yeah,
that's what I just saw. WKRP in Cincinnati.
KLP. Is that not the funniest thing, John? See, that's what I'm telling you. You and I are more alike than you even know, because everybody from my chat knows I am the same way. That is what I see when I see it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's the first thing that popped in my head. Remember
Thank
Lonnie
you, Patricia, with the C for the 5 gifted memberships. Thank you.
Let's see. Who else we got here? Coco. Hey, SC Johnson, John O'Reilly. Oh, top of the morning to you, John O'Reilly. Critter.
I think we got it.
Are we good?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, if I missed you, I'm sorry. I'll get you in the chat. MTT. We all love you. Sam's, Franca.
Hi.
I feel like we missed a lot of people. I'm not gonna lie.
I think
that's only because you got half of them. I got the other half.
Zelda, Sarah K, Mary Kay's cousin.
Thank you for the $1.99.
I miss Mary Kay. I used to love that stuff.
$2 make it holla. All right, so yeah, let me play my little intro and then we'll get into it.
Sounds good.
Teeny tiny shots.
I had to. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I just had to. I had to.
Teeny tiny shots.
It was a mistake, actually. Hold on. That one on.
No, he is. He's fabulous, and he's on the inside.
That one on. Wait a minute, Stephen. Thank you. Wait. This comment caught my eye. Wait, MCT. Where is it? This one. You spoke to my Stephanie. Hi.
The teeny tiny Stephanie?
Hi, I'm Teeny and Stephanie. Like that's Stephanie. Like, did you actually talk
She
to her?
just bought someone a service dog. Huh.
Hi, like, oh my god, like my Maseratis are in the shop. Can you tell Stephanie that I want to interview her as Stephanie? I'd be like, oh my god, we have Stephanie here right now, and I'll be full set and be full Stephanie mode. I think Stephanie's like my best impression.
I'll put my Tesla around
No, Maserati, get it right.
out of the garage. Yeah.
Drazo's licking your like button. Can you tell him not to spread his germs?
I also want to interview Yolanda as Yolanda because everyone loves my Yolanda. I know.
She said,
There's-
I want to do an interview with you.
There's been so much going on, man, and you know I haven't been keeping up. But I want to interview Stephanie as Stephanie, and then I want to interview Yolanda as Yolanda. I think it'd be a fun time. It'd be a hoot. All right, so I know a lot of y'all want to know about the ongoing
Saga.
and I'm going to, unfortunately, because this is still going on, I can't speak much on it. And I know most of you are here for that. But all I can say is that the hearing did start today at 3:00. There, a couple of witnesses were heard. And since it hit 5:00 in the evening, court was continued. And it was continued until a few days before my birthday at the end of March. So that's pretty much all I can say on that.
So basically no update for the most part.
So then the next hearing is 5 weeks from now. And that's pretty much it. That's all I can say.
And I feel
Thank you, Little Shoe.
Who we're gonna have is the happy winners. Oh my goodness, Melby.
Thank you, Little Shoe, for the who won the memberships, by the way.
I'm pulling them
Hold
up.
on, I'll just get right to you. Janet, Sandra Wyman, Wind Whispers, Clark Kent,
Clark
Pretty
got one.
Bird, Angelica,
That's like 6. Where's like the other 4?
and Franca, Gigi, Tracy, KLP.
In Cincinnati.
That's all I'm seeing.
Well, welcome new members, and thank you, Little Shoe, and Melby. Thank you so much for that. And again, like guys, please.
Can you? No, Clark.
No.
I was wearing black.
No.
I was wearing
And-
black
Mm-mm.
and I was backstage.
I was wearing the same thing I wore for my live earlier today with Johnny Mac. Can I give some good news, some light to the end of the tunnel, if you will, for something different, of course? Time change is March 10th.
Oh my goodness.
I can't wait.
Less than a month away.
Oh, wait a minute. This is my favorite one, I think. This is the one where we get extra time, right?
Yes. Yes.
Oh, I love this one.
Yes.
Well, you spring ahead.
And it is the day after my birthday. This is why I love my birthday because the time changes, and 2, you'll be able to tell if it's going to be warmer or stay colder for another few weeks.
I'm
if it's
sorry,
warm on my
Maureen.
birthday, it'll stay warm.
I had to keep my chat kind of troll free. So it was either that or putting my chat on members. So I appreciate it. Sorry.
Thank you, Maureen Mo, and thank you for subscribing too, and just like hanging out with us. Even though you can't chat.
Well, please, guys, in the chats, that's all I want to talk about it on. We have another 5 weeks till the next one, and I just want to have fun tonight with everybody and talk about fun stuff, and that's it. I know everybody wanted it, but that's it.
I know everybody
Night
wants to
on the
talk about my
Orc
work.
K.
Everything I always wear is black. So chances are I'll be wearing black again then, and I'll probably be wearing black tomorrow and the next day. It's kind of my thing.
So we have some, news. I don't know where we want to lead with. I'll put it to a vote in the chat, I guess. We could talk about the new cast of Happily, or well, we're going to talk about it, or we could talk about our friend Heather, who's
Baby watch.
Yeah, I'm checking to see. I mean, because guys, we're down to the minutes on this one.
so maybe since it's a time crunch, maybe we should go to about Heather.
Well, I'm checking right now to see if there's any new updates on the Instagram, because you guys, she is now 2 days overdue. 2 days. I mean, and this is her 4th child, so I don't know much.
Very unusual, I think.
Yeah, everybody always says, because I don't have children, but I always hear that, like, when it's like the multiple, like you've already done this a few times, that Heather's tent was
Things
still
go
in
quicker.
as of today. So
Mhm.
Clark did go past the tent, so the tent is good. But
wait, Clark, can you? No, Clark, you never come up, do you? Has Clark ever come up ever?
he came
And
up on my
came up
birthday. I
on
don't
your
know.
birthday.
Clark, you're like right there, man. Don't make me break another nutcracker. Why have you not been in the tent, bro?
He's afraid if you get too close.
Like, just
But I
go-
made sure there was a wellness check. Yeah, see, look at
Fettuccine Alfredo. So welcome you right in.
there was yeah, right. Bring the right food. But yes, there was a welfare check sent to her tent today, and she did not want their help, I heard. So
Yes, you lose an hour, but we get an extra hour of daylight or 2
Yeah,
for
wait.
free.
I want to thank Brooks Knows for the Cash App I just got. Thank you. I appreciate that.
well, and it used to be when I was younger, I would like the other time change because you get more time to be out at the clubs and whatnot. But now
Mhm.
that I'm older, I like this time change because it gives me more daylight.
Yes, me too. My
You know, it's
husband
so
just
weird.
asked me. He was like, "We don't have enough daylight. When is that time change again?" And I looked and Stop, it's the day after my birthday.
Smell.
Well, Clark, you kind of knew it was going to smell. Did you think you're walking into an English rose garden?
She is feral after
Yeah,
all.
but it's close to the water. It's an open area, and I think he was probably thinking that maybe I don't know. Clark, is there any flowers nearby? He was probably thinking there might be
fountain?
some. Yeah, well, no, the fountain is away. That's probably where she's going to start bathing and whatnot. But is the tent in Cincinnati? No, the tent is in Chicago. The tent is in Chicago. She's in she's hitched herself in one of the little yacht club parking lots or whatnot. Because
And
they
I
have
worked at the Huntington Yacht Club, bartended there, and rich people are the worst. You would think they would want to spread their money around and tip you generously. They're rich for a reason because they're tight with their money. Yacht clubs are just they're ooh, hibbity bibbity, oh my, oh no, pip pip cheerio, my yacht's bigger than yours. It's so funny that she's parked in a yacht club. I cannot.
right off of Lakeshore Drive, you guys. I believe it's visible from Lakeshore Drive.
Are there any other tents in the area?
No.
Just hers?
There are tents in Chicago. In fact, there's somebody called Inglewood Barbie, and she brings food to. They're under.
I'm sorry,
I don't
Joseph,
know
I want
which-
to cut you off. Hold on. By the way, I'm sorry. I should have led with this. Heather is somebody who is on Love After Lockup, right?
She was on Love After Lockup.
I don't ever cover this show, so that I should have led with that. She's on Love After Lockup. She was on Clint's season.
I think, was it Clint's season? It might have been. It was right around that time.
It was
might have
around
been
then.
right after. But still, yeah, she is, and she was only on a few episodes because she was not well. She ripped out all the cameras out of the car and took out.
Oh
So
my.
yeah, it did not go well. So she was not on very many of them, and pretty much her life has been about the same since then.
It was Clint's season. It was Clint's. Okay.
Oh, it was.
I've
Okay.
never watched
Thank
one
you guys.
second of that show. So
It is definitely a guilty pleasure, and it's really muddy, if you want to call it. It gets really muddy.
So she's in a tent. I only learned about her from Jules because I was in Jules's live and she was like showing this stuff. I'm like, no, this is fake. This can't be real. Like,
No, it's totally real.
like this is, and like, she reminded me of like, that lady from years ago, Aurora, Ariana. Remember her? She was homeless and like going from like,
Arona.
Arona.
She's
It
got, a
reminded me of
YouTube, she's
her.
got a YouTube channel now. I just started following her. She goes live on YouTube.
Oh, she's back.
Yes, she goes
Oh, I
live
need
on
the
YouTube,
link.
and she's
I
a
need the
little
link.
chunky. She's kind of
Arona.
chunky. I'll hook you up with the link to that.
Because
doesn't
that might
get
be
many
something else that
people.
we might want to cover. Because Arona always brought it. Like, she'd be in Starbucks, like, just like she.
No shade. It's not the beach waver. It's,
No, not Aurora. It's Arona. It's somebody.
Arona.
It's somebody completely different, Nikita. Not Aurora. Aurora, that's a whole other thing, and that's an IG thing.
No, she's like a black lady.
Mhm. Hold on,
yeah.
let's see if I can find it. And hold on, I'm gonna see
Hold
if I
on.
can find it. Because literally, I just started following her recently. How weird is that?
But like, the funny thing, which is sad because it's not funny, but like, when we were homeless back in 2019, Arona was also homeless. So people were like pitting me and her against each other. That's how I know about her so much. Because, we were living in the Motel 6 in Omaha, Nebraska, and she was like, getting kicked out of McDonald's in like Key West. It was just like, she was a character. Arona was a character, like I am. But this was many moons ago, like back, like, before like the Rona, so I haven't seen or heard from her since then. But then when Jules was playing the live with 10 Heather, I was like, oh my God, this reminds me of Arona. Like this.
Darn.
This is what I used on my hair, guys. People are in the chat are asking what I did to my hair. I used this thing on my hair. It's not the beach waver. The beach waver is the curling iron that twirls around. That's not what I use. That's what I usually use, but I use something different on my hair this morning. It's this thing.
I wonder what she goes by.
Arona?
I thought her name.
It was like Arona the goddess, if I remember
That's
correctly.
what she used to be, something like that.
Yeah. We'll get into that, Nikki. Yes, I've seen the new boyfriend.
Oh no, I don't know anything about that.
Oh,
but all I know
Larissa
is
can eat him up and spit him out.
what has Larissa done to herself? I don't even really like to look at her so much anymore because it's just so artificial and so plastic.
I can look at her more than I can Darcy at this point.
Exactly.
Yeah, definitely. Well, Darcy's not even anything for me.
I think Larissa thankfully found out like she was getting carried away, and like I told Larissa, everyone close to Larissa said like, Larissa, maybe like she wanted her breasts bigger and bigger. I'm like, maybe just
it was Arona the Virgo.
Like, I don't even know how she walks upright, and she wanted bigger. Like, I don't know how she just didn't walk like this all day long because her chest was weighing her down. But Larissa stopped, and Darcy, like, what was that picture? Sophie, do you have it?
Oh, the one where they're comparing her. Did you see they're comparing her to that one person?
The cat lady.
I found her.
I don't have it.
Arona. She was on that show with Nick Cannon.
I found her. I got it.
And she was actually like, doing things, and then she became 50 Cent stalker. That's
her
right.
last live was 5 days ago.
She was on Wild 'N Out with Nick Cannon, and then all hell broke loose. I don't know, but oh my God,
that's so funny though, because I just recently started following her. Oh wait. Oh yeah, Coco. I just put it in the private chat for John at the same time. That's so funny. But yeah, and she's been going live. She doesn't get many people in there though.
Is she better?
I don't know. She's got 17,000 subscribers. So I mean, she's got the subscribers there. She has a video from 6 years ago. 116,000 views. She used to get quite the views before.
Nikita the youngin. That's Nikita the youngin. Remember?
Oh, that's right. That's our little one. Yes, they are very terrifying, and I don't know why they did that to themselves.
and they're not gonna stop. And it
No,
just
they're not. No,
like
they're not.
Darcy and Stacy, and like I'm friends with Darcy and Stacy, and I as delicately as I can say this, like, they were so beautiful back when they had the black hair before like 90 Day Fiance, and I think they actually look
They
older
look
now
so
than what they did.
natural.
They were beautiful.
Yes, natural beauty. I don't like this, but it's like they've done too much already. It's like, I don't know, maybe they're trying to like try to reverse it now and go backwards.
MTT is making things happen right now. Sorry, I was
Oh,
just
really?
distracted.
And they shake her.
My press agent is reaching out to my press agent and also CEO of Graphics, MTT, is reaching out to
Stephanie?
Stephanie. Hi. Oh, I'm back. Hi.
Well, that's interesting.
Oh my God. If I could interview Stephanie as Stephanie, that might be the most.
And see if you can get some new sound bites.
That will probably be the best thing I ever did on the internet. And I will own that.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I got that in the bag. So
Exactly, Nikita. It is. It is so upset because they were so naturally beautiful. They were beautiful girls.
And
Now
like,
they
with all that upkeep, like, I think Darcy's close to like our age, right? Like, well, in between our age, maybe. Like, how old
Probably.
is Darcy? Say she was born in 75. Like you're creeping at 50. And like, what is your face gonna look like? I would normally say 10 years from now, but would all that work?
No,
Like,
well, just think of In Death Becomes Her. You know how all the upkeep
Yes.
they had to do. I
Yes.
mean, I get the same kind of vibe. Oh my gosh, they're gonna be just like, what are their name? Madeline and Madeline.
Madeline Ashton goes to the opening of an
Yeah,
envelope.
what was the other one's name? Madeline. That's who they're gonna be. They're gonna be the two ladies, and they're gonna be
Madeline.
running around with
Why can't no one
jerseys.
think of Goldie Hawn's name?
I know,
Madeline
me
Ashton.
neither.
Sexy. What was her name?
I don't know. My mind is blank. I hate this. And John and I both love this movie too.
It was like
That's
a
why-
weird, like a. Okay.
Madeline. But no, that's how I picture them. They're going to be walking around with their purses. They're going to have all of their little stuff
cheating.
to upkeep their.
I'm going to IMDb because I'm cheating.
Can you believe that? I can't believe you guys. Somebody in the chat. Will somebody
Helen!
please help us? Helen. Oh, and that was not a good name for her,
Okay,
but
see,
whatever.
I didn't even get there. It popped in my head. Helen. Or maybe I'm wrong. So.
Helen and Madeline. But yeah, that
Oh,
movie is forever.
hell. Yes, it was Helen. Mad. Hell. It was Helen.
Yeah. But no, that is how they're going to have to be. The upkeep for that is going to be horrible. Because here's my thing. You cannot put in my opinion, I don't know. I have never had anything. I have never had any Botox or filler or anything put in my face.
Me
So I
neither.
don't know. I mean, but like if you do all of that, because I'm sure that they do that stuff on a regular, right? That's just like the upkeep. So what? I mean, but doesn't that like stretch your face? I mean, it's got to do some long-term damage is what I'm saying. That's how I feel. I don't know. I can't see this ending well. And they're young. They're not old enough to look like all that.
And they're going to look a lot worse. Like, ugh.
I think of Joan Rivers, right? Yeah, they are a little Joan Rivers-ish. But no, I think Ghost of Baby Girl Lisa's Toe, that site on IG, I believe they did a side-by-side of that one. I don't even know who that woman is. Don't they call her like Catwoman because she tried to look like a cat?
Yeah.
You look side by side with her and Darcy is starting to look just like her. She's going to surpass her.
Just as bad.
That's why there's a lot like, okay, the thing that I hate the most probably about my face is my nose, but I don't hate it enough that I don't hate anything about me enough that I'm going to go and alter it. Of course, we know I had weight loss surgery, but that's something completely different. I mean, like altering my face and my features. I don't know. I kind of think that I was made this way for a reason.
And
what I
I
mean?
kind of think that you maybe should not be the B all the time because look how pretty you are, and here you are in the chat. Why are you hiding? Why are you hiding that pretty face, girl?
Well, that's because I don't have makeup on all the time. So, but yeah, Botox is a gift from God. No judgment. I love you, Clark.
Mhm.
Clark, you gonna set me up with Botox for the rest of my life, and then I don't have to worry about it.
Hey, Clark, I wouldn't mind some. The crow's feet, I would love to get rid of.
Instead of
Just
a
saying.
nutcracker, Botox next time. Don't have to worry about cameras with that. Look what plastic surgery. Yeah, I know. Madonna too. Do you know that Madonna just performed in Chicago recently? And I had several friends from high school that went, and they said that it was almost painful to get through some of it. Can you imagine that? I cannot imagine any part of Madonna's concert being almost painful to get through. And they said she wasn't like you know what I mean? I saw Madonna. I saw Who's That Girl tour, and oh my gosh, that was amazing.
Who's that girl?
She does look. Hey, Addie. I love when the bees
Yeah.
out of her bee. You guys, I actually have a bee suit too, and I've never worn it. I literally do. It's one of those blow up costumes, and it's a bee. I literally have it. It's in my closet. I still have never worn it. She was very late to her concert, and people are suing. Shut up, for real? Well, I don't think that was the one in Chicago, but like the lineup of the songs, I know that there was friends from high school that were there, and they were messaging each other. I've been spending more time on Facebook lately, and I was really shocked to hear that they were not, because I mean, you go to see Madonna, and to me, that's like Madonna. You know what I mean? I don't know.
Oh no, Lisa. I don't know why you would be getting unsubscribed.
That's
That's
weird.
not a us thing. That's I don't know. That's nothing that we can control. Who
What's the one
subscribed to
thing?
It
us?
says that you're a member for 24 months.
Yeah.
It's 2 years. So
Yeah, so it's picking it up. It's picking up where you left off when you come back.
Yeah.
I saw her back in. Well, the Who's That Girl time, wasn't she with Sean Penn back then?
Oh God, Sean Penn was so hot back then.
It was at Soldier Field, and oh my gosh, you guys, it was so much fun.
And no
So
offense to the two blondes on panel with me, but blondes don't usually do it for me. But with Sean Penn, I'd be like,
Oh
okay.
man.
Yeah, I love that.
No, you know what? I'm the same. Blonde hair men was like, except for Matthew McConaughey.
All right.
He is adorable.
I liked him in like Boys on the Side. He was super hot in that movie. But then he got annoying. Like I like Matthew McConaughey, but like now he's all like
Jay Fid went to school with him in the chat, and I love to always tell people that she knows his family and stuff. Isn't that cool? But Madonna was 2.5 hours late. That's really late. I would be a little irritated with that too, especially you have all the people that are in there, and like remember back in the day when you used to go to concerts and people would be able to smoke cigarettes.
What was your
those
first
things.
concert?
Huh?
What was your first concert?
Billy Idol.
Sophie?
I used to go to a lot of the like older country singers, like the good country singers, when I was a little kid with my grandmother, me and my
Like
sister.
Kenny Rogers?
Yeah,
Willie
like
Nelson?
yeah,
You don't
like
remember
all of
what your very
them.
first one was? Like
The
your
very
like
first
main
one, no, I was little. I don't remember. But as an adult, my first favorite concert that I chose on my own was Linkin Park.
Oh, okay.
Oh, they had
Like
that same
20
song that
years
they
ago.
remixed like 8 million times. Like starts at 1, like that song, right?
Yeah,
Like,
that's Linkin Park. Yes. Yes, that's
I
Linkin
saw
Park.
Billy Idol. I can't remember who. I'm gonna have to look up who opened up for him. I went with my brother and one of my brother's friends, and then my friend, and which was my brother's friend's sister. And I was 14. And recently I had said that that concert and going to see Billy Idol is kind of what made me who I am today. And people are like, "What?" I meant like the punk rock part of me, like that edgy
Right,
part. When I
yeah.
went there and I saw all the spiked hair and all the, I'm like, no, I'm like, this is me.
Look
This
at
is
the
me.
youngin.
Oh my gosh, you are such a little baby.
Look at the youngin. Nikita, I'm now appointing you my youth czar. So you will be now in charge of everything. That's your new position. Congratulations, you got a promotion. You're gonna be my youth czar. You're gonna tell me how people talk in the streets, like what's like what's cool.
What's hip?
Oh my God! Don't say that. Oh my
Hip.
God! Look what you say. I was a senior high school in 2010. Oh,
Oh, I wish.
You're my youth czar. That's who you are.
Oh my
Nikita.
goodness. So I'm looking up the concert was on February 18th, 1984. And that's one of my friend's birthdays. I'm trying to see who opened up for him.
My
Set
first
list.
one was Debbie Gibson and New Kids on the Block at Jones Beach. What?
What?
Yeah, but in 1988, or I was like 10 or like 9. I don't remember. But yeah.
It was the Elvis Brothers. Whoever the Elvis Brothers, they opened up for Billy Idol. I don't even remember them. All I remember is Billy Idol, and I remember I was so excited. It was everything.
And then I saw the next one was Jewel in my college, which really doesn't count. Then I saw Backstreet Boys in Miami when I was 20, and then I saw Alanis Morissette and Troy
Ooh, that's a
Amos.
good one.
They did a tour together because I'm like I'm sad. So I went to that, and that was also in Miami. And the last concert I went to was Mariah Carey's Rainbow Tour in Madison Square Garden in 2000. Yeah, 2000. That was the last time I've been to a concert.
What?
Well, I met
Wow.
Billy Idol. I met him, and that was one of the best moments of my life. I love bragging about that, and I will brag about that to the day that I am in the ground, because that is brag. And when I met Billy Idol, I met Frank Sinatra. They were all at the same hotel. So I'm telling you, very, very brag worthy.
Yeah, I haven't been to a concert since 2000, so like 24 years. Makes me
I
feel
used to
old.
go to so many. That was one of my favorite things to do when I was young. And it's funny because like concerts, we used to call them shows when we were younger. They didn't cost, they weren't all expensive like they are now.
Jackson 5. Hello. A, B, C. Oh, did we say hi to Siwa, by the way? She was in the chat. Did anybody say hi to
Yeah, I
her?
said hi to her.
Oh, okay.
Mhm.
Just making sure. I know Siwa was in the chat before. I didn't make sure we missed her. Yeah. A, B, C. It's easy as 1, 2.
No, I wish I could go. There's somewhere I have a packet of all of my concert ticket stubs. I still have those, and I love those. And I do have the one where The Cure, they all signed my ticket stub. I think I have a couple other ticket stubs that are signed. I don't know, but that one is the Cure one was the big deal because that's the only thing I have left. Because I let the boy have the actual pictures, because back in those days they weren't. I don't know. I've asked my friend on Facebook if she has the copies of the picture when we met The Cure, and I never really got anything. So whatever.
I did
I have
go
the picture of
to.
me and Nick Rhodes, but I look horrible, so I don't like to show anybody. It was like 4:00 in the morning or something. We met on Duran Duran.
I did go to the Lilith Fair in '99. I did.
Oh,
go
so
to
you are
that.
a lesbian.
No. I went with a.
So
big
you
bunch of
dabbled
girls.
in light lesbianism?
Well, I have, but not during the Lilith Fair ages. Why is that so funny to you?
Did you hear like
Oh,
Sarah
God.
McLachlan play for like 20
did.
hours straight?
I did.
Like,
Actually, my favorite person that was there was Queen Latifah. She was there.
another lesbian.
That was awesome.
That all makes sense now.
Mhm. And the Dixie Chicks, or former known Dixie Chicks.
I love Queen Latifah. She is one
Mhm.
of the best voices known.
She
to
does,
me.
yeah.
Like
yeah,
I can
yeah.
listen to her sing for days. Remember on MySpace when you had to like pick your song, like you know
Mhm.
your profile thing. My MySpace page for like the first 2 years I had it was like UNITY by Queen Latifah.
Yeah,
Who
yeah,
you
yeah.
calling a bitch? Like that's what my MySpace song was.
Oh goodness.
Oh man, I haven't thought
I
about
don't know where my
MySpace.
Billy Idol picture is. I was trying to look for it because I love showing that, but I can't find it. Darn it. But yeah, I love my concert days. I miss those because didn't you feel like you were like on top of the world back in those days when you go to shows and stuff?
Me and my
felt
husband
so
still
cool.
go to
I did.
shows.
Now I
Yeah,
just feel
we-
old and I'm like, oh my gosh, my body hurts. I need to go home.
We still go to shows, but we're not in the pit anymore. We're like, we get an actual seat with the old
Right?
people.
Exactly.
But we still have fun.
Like Queen Latifah singing, you know, at my wedding, I talked about this like, briefly, like, I don't know, on some members live or something but like, at our wedding, Hairspray, I took the mic and was singing Queen Latifah's parts from like, You Can't Stop the Beat. Like I was like, this is my jam, man. It was a good time. My wedding was a blast. You all should have been there. It was fun. But I love Queen Latifah. I love her voice so much. She's funny. Like Bringing Down the House is like one of my favorite movies. I love that movie.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Oh, the days of MySpace. I really wish that I could get into my MySpace. I can't even remember what my password would have been.
No, same.
See, like I deleted mine because like, everyone's like, delete MySpace and like go to Facebook. So that's what I did. And I regret deleting mine because I put a lot of work into my MySpace channel.
That's where I met my VH1 people. That's where I started talking to Daisy and all of them. That's where it all began.
Yeah, because I remember like, who was on MySpace then? Oh my God, another show I followed. It was it was the I Love New York crew with New York, the Flavor Flav, I Love New York, like
that was a messy crew.
Oh, that was a great crew. I miss those days. When
that was a messy crew. That was rough. That was rough.
Days.
They really okay. So I know that you probably were never a Bad Girls fan. You never really got into.
Oh, I watched Bad Girls Club. Are you kidding me?
Did? Oh, you
I'm
did?
Natalie Nunn. I run Seaside Heights. What?
So, John, you do know that they're doing something a little similar. It's called like Baddies or something. There is a reality show. You guys, or no, I'm sorry, it's called Villains or something.
And there was Flo. Remember Flo?
Yeah.
And Tanisha.
Yep.
And then there were the twins, Danny and somebody else, Danny and Gabby.
Danny and Gabby. Oh my gosh, John. Do you not know the rabbit hole? If Danny and Gabby both have social media accounts that they're still very active in. And as much as I love Danny, she's a hot mess. She is a rabbit hole. She moved from California back to Boston, I think is where they're from. She sued everybody and their cousin when she was in California. And there was like several conspiracy theories. Everybody was out to get her. It's so Danny, she's still entertaining and they're still the same. They still act the same. And I love that about them. But,
by the way, hey, Kimmy.
But yeah, there is, it's something else that's out right now. And a House of Villains, I think it's called.
Oh no, The Traitors. Oh, we're watching The Traitors now.
What is The Traitors?
It's on, Peacock. There's a lot of reality stars on it. Actually, didn't Tanisha? No. Saray won it last year. Oh no, Tanisha won the show that Jax was on. The Villains. Yes.
The House of Villains. So then you know what I'm talking about.
But now, yes. We watch all that. But then now we have The Traitors on.
Why aren't you covering a little bit of that?
I was kind of hoping that things would be finished.
No, but I'm just saying, like a move, after everything and whatever, moving forward.
Well, no, you're right.
Maybe not necessarily do like one show in particular, but maybe like because you know how I'm begging you to get
like a hodgepodge.
Yeah, exactly. A little bit into the garbage TV. You know what I mean?
No, I'm going to. I had everything on pause for like the last 7 months. And that's going to keep going. So I can't keep everything on pause anymore.
Yeah.
So
that's kind of what we've been doing is a little hodgepodge of this, that, and the other. So.
No, and like I said, I don't think maybe dedicating a whole entire, thing to it, but maybe just catch up with some of the guilty pleasure shows, such as, the trashy.
No, we're going to it
and whatnot.
Starting next week, I'm going to get back on track with the shows. And if MTT can get me Stephanie for that, like really,
that would be good.
Like, that'll start that off.
So will you imitate her while she's on panel?
I'm going to interview her as her. I'm going to have the long wig on with the pigtails and everything. Like I'm going to go full Stephanie. It's going to be Stephanie interviewing Stephanie. It's going to be unheard of. Everyone's going to love it.
Oh, look, she hasn't replied yet. Okay, but we got our
Okay, so next question. What attracted you to Cody? What made you fall in love with Cody? What did he do? What was it about Cody that made you fall in love?
Well, He was pretty easy on the eyes. That's number one. He was, my husband was a hottie patati. I met Cody when I was 29 and he was 24. So he was
Oh
right.
man, he was a baby.
So, but honestly, it was his sense of humor.
Yeah.
I mean, the fact that he was extremely hot and good looking didn't hurt things, but it was a sense of humor. Like he just always made me laugh. And we were working together at the bar, and he was with somebody else, and I home wrecked that shit. And I don't know,
Yeah.
it was just, he always made me laugh. Like the stuff would come out of his mouth.
Listen, it is very hard to make me laugh, and my husband can make me laugh. That was one of my things about him. He can make me laugh. And I looked into our first date. We were at McDonald's. It was a lunch date.
First date, McDonald's. You're speaking
It was a lunch date.
Oh my goodness.
It was a lunch
Not
date.
meant to be.
It was a lunch date. We went to McDonald's, and we were talking, and I'm shy. He's shy. I like literally turned to say something to him, and our eyes locked. And it's like all these little boxes in my head just kind of like came together like a puzzle. It all just like came together like, this is my person. I literally said to myself, this is my person.
Aw.
And we've been together ever since. We'll be married 7 years in September.
It's beautiful.
Yeah.
And
He was my person.
how long were you together prior to marriage?
A year.
Very, very nice.
Yes, but I knew he was my person.
Yeah, I knew, me and Cody flirted, but he was with somebody else for 5 years, and his ex was always at our bar because they lived literally across the street from the place that we worked, 5 steps away. And I don't know, we just linked, and
Yeah, there you were, huh?
Good.
Yeah.
That's it. As soon as my new press secretary MTT can nail that down, I'm giving promotions left and right here. Come on. No, House of Villains is over, but The Traitors is on. So, and don't tell me anything because I didn't watch last night's episode. So do not give me any intel.
And Prison Brides is still really good. For those of you in the chat that are watching it, is still really good. I am enjoying it thoroughly. One of the men on there, he was in prison for a very long time, and he gets out, and his girlfriend is from Germany, whatever. Anyway, she's very proud of him because he went and he got himself a job. Yay! And so anyway, she comes back to visit him, and he tells her that he thinks he's quitting his job and he's going to explore his career as an artist. So we can see how well that's going to go. Yeah.
And I have to say another thing. I have to say something else. Jules, when you said, a long time ago, when you said that you think that my husband is my sugar daddy, let me tell you what. Yes, you did. And it was hilarious. He laughed his ass off when I told him that. And he was like, Jules don't know us very well, does she? No.
Well, I mean, technically he is. You get to, he brings the sugar home.
Well, he does. But, it wasn't always that way.
No.
He laughed his ass off.
Well, I know somebody else who loves being thought of is that in the... You know what I'm talking about. Ugh.
Yes, Selena and Coins, the newest.
Wait, Jay, wow, you're not going to
hook up?
Who goes home? Wait,
not hook up, not like that hook up. Who goes home where? Who goes home where, Selena?
Yeah, I don't know. She's talking about a show. We must have missed it a little bit.
Villains?
I'm peeing. I have no idea what's going on. Sorry.
I've been watching Prison Brides, but we never recap. No, because John hasn't watched it yet. And we can't watch it together on my IG. I've still been spanked. I'm still not allowed to go live on that channel.
Yo, Jules, I promise you, I am not going to. I'm going to just do what I love doing now, and I'm not going. I can't keep waiting for this to end.
No.
So I'm just gonna go back to what I love doing, and and so Jules, I promise you, this weekend I will be caught up.
Start binge watching now. See, and there just keeps getting more episode after episode after episode. But I'm telling you, I think you're going to enjoy it. It is different. It is very different, and it's it's there's this little storyline that's starting to build up that I'm very interested in about one of the prisoners that he might be going back. And I don't know.
Oh man.
Yeah, so it's kind of here's the thing that's crazy though. These women are interested in men that are in prison. They're locked up. And all of these women so far have been from other countries. They come and they visit these men more that like it's crazy. Like regular 90-Day Fiance people, I don't see them visiting each other as much as these women are just like catching flights to go to prisons to go see men like it ain't nothing. It's I don't know. It's kind of crazy. Because and I mean, we all know that I dated a prisoner. I only went there once. And I only lived 2 hours away. You know what I mean? It's just, I don't know. It just kind of cracks me up that these women are just catching flights and going across the country to do this. I mean, like the one.
And it's on Lifetime, right?
Yes, it's on Lifetime.
Okay.
Yes, Prison Brides on Lifetime. It's up to 6 episodes so far. And yes, everybody, last episodes of True Detectives.
And Jules, if you want, we could do it on your channel if you'd like. You know,
I don't care where we do it. I think it'd be fun because it's and we'll see we'll see how everybody enjoys it and if there's a lot of engaging in it. If not, we'll move along to another one until we find the good trash. You know, and when I say trash, I mean like the guilty pleasure that 90 Day used to be.
well, that's a good segue to bring up 90 Day. I'll take that cue. And by the way, Sarah Kay, you should interview your husband Cody on your show. I think you and Cody would make wonderful partners. I think that people have seen a lot of Cody. like I don't know what I could ask Cody on an interview that people don't already know because we've been pretty transparent with our relationship over the years. I don't think, and thank you for saying that we make great parents, but Lord knows in this community, thank God I don't have kids. And I'll just leave that at that. So there you go. don't, you know, we have our kitties and we're good with those. Although I always wanted to be a dad. But I think that ship has sailed. Unless I hit Mega Millions or something like that, where I can afford a surrogates and IVF and, you know, someone's eggs and all that drama. It's a lot, you know. That's why I always said lesbians have it better. You know, at least they can, like, you know, procreate kind of. It is what it is. So 90 Day. All right. So you guys see the cast announcement for Happily?
Huh?
Did you see the cast announcement for Happily? Who's going to be on Happily this
Nope.
season? Oh, it's not good. It's not good at all. Let me open up Instagram. I'll just play it off that. Hold on. That way you can see it.
Now, I don't know that many of 90 Day people. Are there regulars enough that I'll know? The
Some.
The 2 couples, I would say, Angela and then Lauren. Hold on, let me go to my page. Where the hell am I? John Yates. There we go.
Well, Angela does bring the entertainment. So
and,
there's that.
You know, thanks to whoever clipped those videos of Angela and Michael together at Walmart. Like, you know, everybody knows he's here now, right? So, let me see. Stream. Okay, I suck at all this. No, not.
Yeah, I don't know how she thought she could go out in public without. I mean, because they're very recognizable. I mean, if you know the show, you will recognize them in a heartbeat.
But to me, it's crazy because, like, you know, I've been to, like, you know, her house so many times, and I've been to her Walmart so many times, and, like, you know, she lives in a very, very small town. So the fact that
didn't you guys say that didn't look like her Walmart? Maybe they were somewhere else. You know
yes,
what I mean?
Lauren and Lexi will be back. Like Lauren and Lexi, I'm happy about them being back. Let me see. Share screen. Boop, 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 boop. Okay, let's see. Share. Sophie, you're so much better at this than me. Like, how do I make this bigger?
I know. You got to take your mouse pad and kind of take your fingers, take your fingers in and move them out. And there you go.
Okay. Let me see here. And then let me scroll down. Let's see here. Where are it? It's right here. So these are the new couples. So we have Lauren and Alex back after like almost like 7 or 8 years. They're back on Happily. So I'm actually happy to see them. You know,
I
Yeah,
like
they've
them
had
as a
their
couple.
own show. Yeah, I do too. They've had their own show, and I do like their show, but I like seeing them on Happily.
yeah. I'm like, I'm like, oh, they're back. I want all the OGs back.
Yeah, see, look at MTT says a real couple. Yeah, because they do. They're a real couple. I think they're one of the. That's why I think I got sick of it, is because the couples, they
They're
just
too
didn't seem very
fake.
genuine anymore. So it's nice to see some of the old real ones back.
Well, each one of them now, like all the newbies are like, I'm a painter, I'm an artist, I'm a rapper, I'm a writer, I'm an actor, I'm an actress, I'm a yoga instructor. Like everybody wants to, like everybody who's on the show now has already like a big social media following, and they're using it as a stepping stone to like to sell like that shit tea, or whatever they get offered. But I just the couples now are nothing like the couples that all made us fall in love with the show, and that's why I haven't been talking about it much, because I'm just after 10 years of covering this show, there's only so much I could fake. So it's for me, it's but I also know on the other side of the dime that most of my following is built off 90 Day Fiance fans. So there's
So
that.
that's kind of what they call the little community that spawned off of it. The 90-day community, they say.
Yeah, it's the John Yates community, but we'll leave it at that. Like, I get annoyed when people say it's a 90-day community. What? Who? Huh? Who's talking about 90 Day other than me?
No, nobody is.
Yeah, so
well,
like,
that is true. That is true. But I think it was because I think there was a lot of people that liked the show, and then they found you, and then you know what I mean. So they kind of you and 90 Day went hand in hand. If you will.
Sarah Kay's got the good questions tonight. Look at her. Have you thought about doing a call-in show where members can give their views on a show?
That would be kind of cool. You could
That
get
is a
like a
good
text
idea.
now number.
Yeah, well, yeah, no, and well, isn't there some like YouTube stuff where there's like an actual number? I've seen other YouTubers do it where there's like a call-in number. That is a thing. That is a really good idea, Sarah Kay.
Can I have like a phone bank of people like waiting, like like with the telethon?
Yeah, that's what I think it might be like. Almost like a radio, like WKRP in Cincinnati.
Oh my God, you guys remember like the Jerry Lewis marathons, like which like that was like the biggest thing on Labor Day weekend. Like everybody watched like the 24-hour marathon, like and my whole family watched it. Like everybody, like nobody watched the Jerry.
Well,
Jerry Lewis
I
marathon.
did. I used to click over it a lot, but yeah, we all knew about it. I don't know if I've ever watched it like all the way. Maybe when I was younger, I did. But yeah, I do believe that Sherelle did do something similar to that. But that is a nice way to, like, you can have like maybe a segment of your show where you do the call-ins.
No, yeah, Sherelle, Perry had like, what was it, the hotline?
Yeah, but I think it was a little different. I think people were like leaving tips. I don't think people were like calling in live.
Yeah, you could have somebody like screen everything to make sure there's nobody going to come up and say anything real nasty. Right? Have somebody screen the calls before they're given to you. Yeah,
that would be fun.
I think so.
It's worth a shot to try it.
It'd be nice, like someone calling my phone and not telling me like my cats are being boiled. So I would rather have that.
But it wouldn't be your phone. It would be some other kind of number. We're not gonna, your phone number won't be the call-in, even though everybody knows your number.
Everybody knows my number.
But no, I think because I think it is, it's time to start like just trying to mix it up a little, throw a few things out there and see.
I agree.
You know what I mean? And I think that is because John, remember when you did have, I don't want to bring up when you had the larger YouTube on your panel, and because she no longer does lives like this, she does pre-recorded and whatnot.
Are you talking about KJ?
Yeah. but
Okay.
I wasn't sure when to bring up the whole name and everything.
No, listen,
But
like
see,
I,
but your
AJ has her own thing. Like, she came up on my panel. I haven't talked to her since, because I kind of fell asleep. Well, I ate some chicken wings and I fell asleep, because I was tired. But yeah,
but your thing is the interactive. You know what I mean? That's what I think a lot of your subscribers and your tried and the ones that have been here forever, they love the interaction. You know what I'm saying? And so I think that would just be adding another level of interaction with people.
no,
And then
I like that. Yeah, no,
and
you're
then
right.
they wouldn't have to feel because if you drop a link and they come up, number one, you got to worry about them doing the P bombing.
Yep.
And then otherwise, and also people do feel a little nervous about, clicking a link and coming up. Whereas maybe calling a number and just having their voice without worries about a cam slip or anything like that might make people feel a little bit more comfortable.
I just kind of have a feeling that we all might have a little peace right now.
Well, it would be nice.
I think that certain people, and again, I can't go into details, but if you're picking up what I'm putting down, I think that we all might have like a little bit of like peace, and that's it. But yeah, I would love to do that.
I'll look more into it and let you know about it. What we can do with the whole phone call
I used to
stuff.
do that on the members lives where I dropped a link and like anybody can come up and talk about what we just discussed on the public live. Like that's how I used to do it on the members back when we were covering, TV more frequently. I think it'd be easier if I just dropped the link and then people can come up instead of like using a phone.
Wait, they think the app is Blog Talk Radio for Collins. Huh, interesting. Yeah, I know, but it's like it could add another level. I mean, you can do that, but it can add another
No, I'm certainly on board
dimension.
for any new idea because obviously we need to and I kind of feel like for the first time in a while, my head is back in the game again. I've gotten a little bit of clarity and I want to continue and MTT, I really want you to nail me this step in the interview. So I mean I have some ideas, but I'm not gonna say them out loud because if they tank, then like people are like, oh, John Yates said this and and then so I'm gonna keep my ideas to myself. But I like this. I'm down with it. I'm good. Hi, Gabriella.
It's time to spice things up a little bit.
I've been hiding.
And just add some different dimensions.
Mm-hmm.
No, it's I kind of feel like it just relieved in a weird sense.
Well, that's good. Relief is a good feeling.
Yeah.
Much better than the opposite.
Correct. Very correct. And I think now we can all start doing different things, like, on all our channels together. We could do stuff on Sophie's channel, and like I'm happy to hop on anyone's panel. I want everybody to follow all my friends. So if you guys, one of my mods can drop the links to Sophie's channel and Jules's channel, please make sure that you're following them. And
thank you.
I am getting dangerously close to 4K. I'm all excited. I am at
how far are you away from it?
Huh?
How far away?
I think I need like 110 or 120 more subscribers.
Come on, guys, 110.
And what's really funny is Sophie and I were talking about this earlier today. Sophie just got over 2K recently, and our little pushes have been for some trolls.
Yes,
trolls with a lot of dedicated sock accounts. Like seriously,
yes,
that was the push.
That's dedication.
Yeah,
like literally, I've gotten like 100 and me and Jules both around 150 subscribers in a week.
Yeah, like it's craziness. It's all of a sudden boom, boom, boom. So I'm like, hey, I'm dangerously close to 4K now. Thank you, MTT. And by the way, guys, tomorrow for the people that have followed me, I am going to have Pamela on my panel. It's 2:00 p.m. Central tomorrow, and she just messaged me while I was up here, and there's stuff popping off with her. So because it's so much more fun to talk about other causes that aren't related to all of us and don't cause any drama. And everybody loves Pamela, and she's a fan favorite over on my channel.
Do I know Pamela? I know a few.
No, she is the one that is, because I like looking at different things on YouTube, whether it be body cam footage from police officers that is semi-entertaining, not like when people get pew-pewed and stuff like that, but like when people poop in the police cars, those kind of things are funny. So I do those. And then I started stumbling across neighbors that fight. And Pamela.
Oh, you were telling me about this.
Yes, this is, and I'm going to have Pamela on tomorrow, and she is funny. She is a pistol, and she has got she's got more to add to her story tomorrow night, guys. She wants to talk. So yeah,
Jules sent me some of her videos.
Yeah,
this woman is like you're all gonna love her. I promise.
She is funny, and she is. There's more and more happening daily, and I think that there's a little bit of corrupt stuff going on with her police department too. Her police, like, I don't know. Well, we'll talk about it tomorrow. But so I have that, and I want to do other things. Such I have a couple, and we're finally going to get to that darn squirrel guy interview. I interviewed a guy that is in jail. He the first time I saw him was, I used to love watching Live PD when, because we were all stuck in the house when that came out.
I miss Live PD. I do.
Oh, it was amazing. Okay, so you might remember this. Do you remember how they would do the like wanted in between, like the stuff? Like, oh, this is our most wanted for this week. And da, 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 da. And then his was the meth squirrel guy.
Oh, by the way, thank you, Brooklyn. I love you, sweetheart. And hey, Anna.
It was they called him the meth squirrel guy, and they said that there was rumored that he fed his squirrel meth, and his squirrel was just a crazy one. So anyway, so of course when I saw that, I'm like, because back then I loved squirrels, and I'm like, this man is abusing squirrels, and I'm like,
and I love meth,
him, right?
So
and anyway, it turns out he was not feeding the squirrel that. That is not the case whatsoever. And the squirrel is still around. The squirrel's name is D's Nuts. I can't lie.
Jules, what you're like, expertise in squirrels and mine in meth. Like, I think this is smack out.
No, it was nothing of the sort. And well, we'll get into it when I finally do it. And it's funny because the guy that I did the interview with, he keeps messaging me. He's like, how did it go? I'm like, I haven't been able to do it yet. Because I have all of the clips and everything, and it's a very interesting story. I mean, he was on Live PD, and he ended up meeting Dog the bounty hunter. What is it? What's the guy's name? His relative. What is
Weasel? Weasel? White?
No, the cute one. The cute one with the dog
with
bounty
the black
hunter.
hair.
Yes, the dark hair. What's his name?
Isn't it like Dweezil or Dwight or?
No, I thought his name starts with like an L. I don't know, but anyway, there's a picture of him. He met them. Leland, yes.
I see. I told you it was something like that.
Leland.
Yeah.
So no, it's just an interesting story.
And he had like the long braid, like in the back.
It's it's something just a little different, and just like I have shown, I showed some of the people in your chat. That guy Gordon, he's from the UK. He streams a lot and he sleeps a lot. But like a few people from your chat have gone over there and had a really good time hanging out in his chat. So
would anybody be interested if we covered old shows?
Oh, I love old shows. Yes. Wait a minute. No, stop right there. Stop right there.
I want to know right now.
Because we were just talking about True Blood. Remember when we were talking about True Blood? I had people in my comments, I think, saying that yes, you guys should do True Blood. So there is interest.
I will do True Blood. I would love to do that. I was thinking of
I'll dress up like Pam right now.
Jules, you love like the old VH1 shows. Like
absolutely.
If we started like recapping like I Love New York or Rock of Love or like those old classics.
I Love Monies were so fun.
I Love Money shows.
Those were
you just gave me a chubby, Jules, because that was like my favorite show.
No, I Love Money. When Chi was on I Love Money, that was my funniest thing. When they had to, I remember they were going on this obstacle course where they had to like go up, they had to climb up a level and then go over and then climb up a level, go over. And anyway, when Chi was doing it, they were comparing him to like on Donkey Kong. It was so funny. They
why
put like the video game over. Huh?
Do you know why those shows all stopped?
Well, yes, and that's why Sinister's I Love Money never aired, because Sinister
Because
was on the
Ryan, I think
season.
Ryan won I Love Money 3, who was on
No,
Megan
Ryan, I don't think it was 3. Was it 3? Yeah, because I think
Yeah,
Chi-Chi
it was 3.
4.
It was 3 because
It was
he was
3.
on Megan Wants to Be a Millionaire, and I think he came in second place on that show. And then he was on I Love Money 3, and he won I Love Money
Yeah.
3. But prior to him being on I Love Money 3, and this is horrible, he actually
Took somebody's
he
life.
pew-pewed his fiance, put
Mhm.
her like in a trash
a suitcase.
and
Like a traveling
in like I think in Vancouver or like in British Columbia somewhere. And that's why, and then when that came out, and then he went to VH1 to get his check like the day after he won. He's like, I want the money. And they're like, well, you have to wait. And like, he was on the run at that point. And that's why all the celebrity, like Celebrity Fit Club,
Yes.
Surreal Life.
Yeah, it K'd the reality series.
Yep. It was that production company. They had they produced all of it, and that's why that all stopped because of him. Mm-hmm.
No, and
Sorry,
Sinister
Cheers.
was on that season with him. I remember I ran into Chi-Chi at the 7-Eleven, and he said he was getting ready to, he said that Sinister was on I Love Money and that he was getting ready to go on the next one. And so Chi-Chi's number 4 aired.
Yeah, he sure did ruin it. That's why you can have nice things right there.
Mhm, exactly. No, you know what? I wonder if Sinister would talk about some of the stuff that happened on that season. He's got his check. He's got a picture of his check.
I need in on that interview. Please.
Well, you know what, guys? That might be really interesting to do over here. Because it would go along. You guys were kind of doing a think tank, if you haven't guessed. We've been kind of bouncing ideas around like for the last couple days on different things. But that would be kind of interesting, and it would be interesting to go a little bit more into depth of what happened that whole season. But yeah, Sinister does have that
interview. Pumpkin. I've always wanted to interview Pumpkin. Remember Pumpkin, like the one that spit in New York's face? That one.
I have no ties to Pumpkin. I was just thinking, I'm like, I
want
ties
me
to her
some
whatsoever.
Pumpkin. I want her. I want Pumpkin on my show.
The Blantourage, they are still besties.
Oh, Megan and the other one. What was her name? Fuck. What was her name? Oh God. She was shorter than Megan. Oh, I didn't like her.
Remember, Sarah, my husband had a pet squirrel. Really, I wish that all of my squirrels could be my pet squirrels. Boy, when I was feeding the squirrels today, man, Dottie does not mess around with those other squirrels. I know when it's Dottie coming. She is very territorial.
Oh my God, Christina, talking about Next, like it's like I think it's on Amazon Prime, and like me and Cody have been watching it. Like remember like the Next Bus? Like, and they always rhymed everything. Well, will Kirk and Amy's date inflate? Like, remember that show? They were on the bus with the 5 people, and they had like, they'd walk off the bus and they'd be like, next.
Oh my gosh, I loved that show. They used to have so many good
It's
things.
on Amazon Prime. Like they have like all the old ones there. We've been watching because
And
like
what is VH1 nowadays? It's like nothing, right?
Oh, it's horrible.
It's like a wasteland.
I haven't watched VH1 since the last Charm School or I Love Money 4 or any of them came out. Like that's the last time I watched them.
My friend Brianna,
Tina, you were born when that show came out. I think you weren't even born yet when Parental Control came out.
They're a little youngin.
Nikita, you're gonna be, you're the resident youngin, so I'm gonna take jabs at you, but you're my youngin czar, so get used to it. Go ahead, Joyce.
My friend Brianna was on Girls of Hedzer Hall. Do you remember that one?
Wow, that's a blast from the goddamn past.
Yeah, she was on there. Brianna was probably she was the most obnoxious one pretty much on there. She started dating Flex from Daisy of Love.
No,
And
I remember on Daisy of Love, like when London came back, and like
I told you, I met London, and London was a jerk to me. He was a jerk, and that's how I got to know Daisy. But London, I'm gonna tell you, ladies, this. and John. London was even
London
more.
never lit up my board. Sorry, he was not my type. So I'm
What?
going-
Oh my gosh. But when you're face to face with him, because that's why I told Daisy, I said, I know what you saw in him. Ladies, you know, sometimes there's the guys that just have that whatever you can that he had that charm, that everything, the way he looked at you, all sweet. What happened was I was inside and then I was going, this is back when I smoked cigarettes. I was going outside to smoke a cigarette and he walked past me and he kind of touches my arm. He's like, "You're not leaving, are you?" I'm like, "Of course not." You know, I'm like, "Oh my gosh, is he cute?" I'm telling you, London was adorable. And that is what I told her. I'm like, Daisy, I said, no wonder. I'm like, because he was that something. And do you know that he had a girlfriend the whole time? He had a girlfriend back home that was pregnant.
But didn't he say it on the show? If I remember correctly.
I think he said that I think it was over, but he didn't let Daisy know that there was a bun in the oven and he was about to be a dad.
Oh
Yeah.
God.
And then you know what else they did? So then I don't know who did it, but somebody got together and they had this big, huge party. I want to say it was in Seattle or San Francisco. I can't remember which one. Maybe San Francisco. Where all the reality stars got together and then and then somebody else, I forget who was with London. Somebody was with London there. And after Daisy was with him, like there was a whole bunch of scandalous stuff that went on there. It was nuts. But no, Brianna ended up with Flex. And Flex still lives out here. He lived by me. Flex is adorable. I have a picture of him pouring a shot in my mouth. But that's how I met.
It's like not meeting you, like when I was stuck in Indiana for like those wonderful 6 weeks that I was there. Such a great time. But Lord, I wish we would have hung out. Because we were talking back then. You were like the freedom. What was that?
Yeah. I was under that Instagram, and that's when people thought that I was you. That was so funny. Some of your whatevers back then are like, "John, I know this is you under this account," and I'm like, "What?" I'm like, "I'm an adult." It was weird. You should get Jack Osborne. How could you get Jack Osborne though? Isn't he like still a big thing?
Oh, I'm thinking like way lower than that, like Pumpkin, like that's or Stephanie, like that's what I'm aiming for, like that caliber.
I'm trying to think of who else was on that season of I Love Money. But the thing I loved about I Love Money, and then oh my gosh, what was the other show, John, where they were all, it was like a summer thing. And they were all together. There was the guys and the girls, and it was all the girls from the Rock of Love. Because I remember Britannia was there in 12 Pack and all. What is that other game show they had?
Oh my God,
12 Pack.
12 Pack and Heat. Remember when Heat when he lost I Love Money? He's like, oh.
But what was that other show called? I don't think it was I Love Money. I think there was another one, or maybe it was I Love Money.
It had to be.
I don't think it was.
I don't think there was another show with all of them on it. They were probably like, in the pool. They were living in Mexico, so it probably looked like they were on vacation or whatever. But it was probably I Love Money.
Maybe. But they. Oh no! You know what? I'm an idiot because it was. I'm thinking.
Do you remember the name of the woman who shit on the stairs in Flavor of Love 2?
No.
Do you remember that?
Who poops on the stairs?
She was walking down the stairs and she was like 2 steps in and she just shit down them stairs. Oh God, I miss TV like that. It was just such good quality television. Was it
August 20, 2009? VH1 canceled any showings of season 3 due to cast member Ryan Jenkins' involvement in the M of Jasmine Fior, as well as Jenkins. He K'd himself too.
Yeah, it didn't end good for anybody.
I forgot about that. I forgot that part. I'm going to see who the cast was to see who else.
Remember like Rodeo, like with like our cowboy. I got my barbecue sauce, y'all. Like remember Rodeo? Like all I wanted is to promote my barbecue line. God, that was such good TV.
And then there was Real Chance of Love. I used to watch that one too. Remember the girl? What was her name? Called Dangerous or something like that. And she had this big tattoo all over her face.
Yeah.
I remember
Yeah.
her. And my friend Dre, he dated
You
Hot
know,
Wings.
Real
Yeah.
passed away, right?
What?
Real passed
Yeah,
away.
yeah. Real Pat a while ago. Quite a while ago.
Cancer. If I'm not mistaken, like and young, like
Yes,
young,
yes.
scary cancer. Like you know.
So okay, who did we have on season 3?
Okay,
We
Nikita,
have-
are you like the daughter of one of these cast members? Because like,
She
how do
has
you
to be.
know all this stuff?
So we
Oh,
have
it was something. You're right, Paula. Oh my god, it was something. She was the one that shit on the floor.
oh my goodness. So we have Megan Hauserman.
Megan was-
Safari was on that. Wait, is that it?
Well,
Or no, maybe.
no,
Oh no,
Safari
this is
got
all of
kicked
them.
off. Okay,
Hold on,
so
they're looping them all together. Come on,
if I remember correctly, I'm going back over 20 years. I think Safari was on Flavor of Love 2, and she got kicked out of the house for fighting people before Flavor of Love even gave the nicknames, because when Safari was on Charm School, which she won, it was Monique, when Monique was a host that season. Monique was like, Monique's talking to Safari and she goes, "What's your name?" And she goes, "Safari." She goes, "No, what's your real name?" She goes, "No, it's Safari. I never got a nickname because I was kicked out of the house prior to anything." Because she was like, "I'm from Crenshaw." Like, remember? Like, do you remember all that? God, it just shows you what useless information that's stored in my brain. Like, I haven't watched these shows in over 20 years, and I still remember everything. It's crazy.
So okay, so on I Love Money 3, we had Big Rig, Lacey from Rock of Love 1, Cocktail. I don't know who Joe is. And then it says Cashmere, Wolf, Delicious, and Professor. And then we had Weasel, and then Bubbles, Lil Hood, Sinister, Fox, Pretty, Buckeye, and Ryan. Oh, Becky Buckeye. Remember her?
Yeah, but like,
Remember her?
no one ever saw part 3. They no one ever watched 1 second of it because they shrunk it from the airwaves.
No, that's why I was trying to see who these other people were on it. It would be kind of good if we can get Sinister and one of the other people.
Pumpkin.
You know what I mean? Talk about it.
Let's get Pumpkin. Come on.
Oh my gosh. I don't who hold on, let me see.
Or how about Buck Wild? Remember Buck Wild? Remember her?
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. The Becky.
No, she was on I Love Money 2.
I think her name is Becky.
Nikita, you have had a blessed upbringing. Like, so you watch these quality shows. Like I love it. I can't.
Becky Buck Wild. That is her name. Hold on. I'm pulling up her Instagram. You know what? I love watching.
Oh, hoops. I love me some hoops.
Look at, I would love to see interviews. Well, you guys know that wait a minute. This isn't her. Holy crap. Hold on a minute. She looks, I gotta make sure.
One Flavor of Love
her.
One, and then Hoops won. I think Hoops won I Love Money 1, because I think Miami won I Love Money 2. Then there was I Love Money 3, which Ryan won, and then I Love Money 4. I forgot who was the winner.
John, what if you do like a segment where we reach out to these people and grabs, because I am right at Becky Buck Wild's page. She doesn't get that much. She's only got like 29 likes on like one of her last posts. So
like, so we'll give us like Wonder Bread.
Wouldn't it be fun to like to talk to these people? And the reason I say that is because, you know, like it's not like they're popping right now, and like they're, you know, it'd be hard to. You know what I'm saying? They would be more
saying
likely.
I'm just as useless as they are, pretty much.
No, but back in the day, back when they were at their heyday, they wasn't. She looks so normal now. Hold on a minute. I'm going to show you. I'm going to share the screen and show it to you. I just went to her. Yeah, it's Becky Buck Wild. Because she was a crazy one. So look at it's back there. That's her now. Look at she looks pretty, doesn't she? Very natural, pretty well. Because remember, she was a little goofy.
She always wore the hat though, too. Like,
yeah, she was always kind of goofy and stuff. But I mean, look at how natural, pretty she looks.
She looks better than she did 20 years ago, which is crazy to say,
right?
You know.
So look at this is what her Instagram looks like. It's she has stuff in a story. Let's see what her most recent story is all about. Oh, her nails. Oh, those are pretty.
I'm not Wicked here. Wicked, I'm sending you the link. You Wicked, come. I'm giving you the link. Hold on, Wicked.
Ooh, and then you're taking all of that off. Ouch.
Hold on, Wicked. I'm giving you the link.
Ouch. So yeah, but you know, little things like that, because you know what, that kind of stuff was cool for us. We had fun. We loved that kind of shit. Like even Ben Jaley, she loves that shit. She gets so excited about that. And I know you do, and I do. So I know there's a bunch of people in between.
I think that we should move forward with this. I think that
A little bit of this and a little bit of that. Oh my goodness, you could name it, call a little bit of this and a little bit of that.
So it would be my dream from 20 years ago to interview these people. Like, you think I could care about interviewing like 90 Day cast members? I want to interview fucking Pumpkin and Bucky and remember Boots?
No.
Boots and Bucky?
No.
They were on I Love Money. They were on the same
I don't
season as
remember
I Love Money
Boots.
that Pumpkin was on.
I
You
hate
remember
it when
Boots?
my mind just runs a blank. It literally is running a blank
You
on that
remember
right now.
Boots and Bucky?
No, that's not gonna start Googling.
Oh, they were mean. They were funny, but they were mean. They were mean.
Hold on, let's
Sophie, you there, girl?
Oh, look at this is No Flashback Friday. 2 Flavor of Love stars. Boots from Flavor of Love 2 and Kiki from Real Chance of Love had a lot to say about Shay Bucky Johnson. Oh, well, yeah, there. See, right. It's so funny because right away that's what comes up.
I'm here. I'm listening. I don't know these shows. I'm listening.
Oh my
Sorry,
goodness.
Soph.
Shut up. Is she that much younger than us?
No.
No,
Oh, you just
I
don't
just
watch
didn't
them?
watch them.
We're all in the same decade. All
They
three
were
of us.
so
Yes.
much fun. That was back when it was back when you could just sit there and watch. My best friend at the time, we just used to turn on VH1 and we would just talk and leave that in the background, and all day it would be on in the background. And all of these shows, I loved them all.
VH1 was my channel.
It was
like,
the poop.
like TLC, like TLC, like now, well, actually, I'm gonna strike that from the record. Sorry, Courtland. No, back, when I loved TLC. No, never mind. I'm just gonna shut up. I love no, can't say that either. Okay,
No,
never
I
mind.
am younger than Jules and older than John.
Yeah,
I'm
we
the
had the 70s
in-between.
covered.
Oh, you're right in between.
Mhm.
Me and Jules are the bookends of the 70s, and
Mhm.
Sophie,
Yeah, right?
that's it.
I'm right in the middle.
Hey, Wicked.
Hi,
Hi,
Wicked.
Hello, Wiccan.
how are you? Oh my gosh, I'm laughing because I remember Rock of Love and Megan wants to marry a millionaire.
Oh, yeah.
and
Frank's Basement.
Oh God, and his mother.
Yes. Well, you know what? I met one of the
Frank
girls.
was the entertainer, right?
Yes,
Yes.
Frank the
Yeah.
Entertainer. Yep. And I'm one of the girls that was on that when the first year that we went to Nashville, that was when I met my friend. That's when Dre and I met each other. We went there for Chi-Chi's birthday. Chi-Chi's birthday's in January, and it was that's when we met John Rich too. It was so much fun. But I remember Chi-Chi told me, because I was there with my niece, and he's just like, yo, he's like, tell your niece that, Dre P from Tool Academy's over there. And what was her name? I thought her name was Megan too, but from Frank's Basement, she's over there. She was really nice. But yeah, because it was weird in Nashville. All of those reality stars would hang out there all the time. It was weird. It was a little bit of a reality star mecca for a minute. Other than like when they would go to a lot of them would go to California, but it was weird.
But
Bret
Wicked,
Michaels gave-
you silly woman. Like, I didn't know you had an affinity for these old trashy VH1 shows.
Me?
Yeah.
Oh, heck yeah. That's where I started.
Look
to
at her
fall in
saying heck,
love.
because we are very PC and PG rated here on this channel, always. Go ahead, Wicked.
No, that's where I started fall in love with reality TV. Like the only reason Bret Michaels gave everyone their stupid names.
No,
I love Bret Michaels. I love
Wicked
me
said
some
Bret
Bret.
Michaels.
Yeah, I know. You better be careful. Julie's gonna
Yeah,
come
no.
get you.
Julie, do you want the link? Because someone said like a man.
She just said your
No,
man.
no.
Oh, Singled Out was amazing.
So the only reason Brett gave his ladies stupid nicknames was because of Flavor Flav. I love me some Bret Michaels.
No one loves Bret Michaels more than Julie.
But I'm just saying, the only reason he gave nicknames was because Flava gave them.
She's getting ornery.
Julie, how many times have you met Bret Michaels? Julie, for the record. And how many times has he entered
3
you?
or 4. He's really good.
I don't know if I want to know that one.
I'm just playing. 4. No.
Yeah, he's
13
fantastic
times.
in concert.
13 times Bret Michaels had entered Julie. Oh, was that the wrong answer, Julie? No? You met 13 times. Is that what you're trying to say?
Yeah, he's fantastic, but Rock of Love came after Flavor of Love because he had the one, then he had the bus tour, and then he did Rock of Love 2.
Look at all these people on this panel with so much contact with, like, you know, the reality stars that we cover. Like, you know, we're like the real deal here. Like, you know, we are.
Like, I remember the one chick squatting down and pooping while Flav was heading out his clocks, and she was like, well, I had to go. Like, really?
Yeah, I wonder if I reached out to London, I wonder if he would still be mad at me. It's so funny. It's so funny how that whole thing evolved, and that's how I knew Daisy, is because London was a big old jerk. But he's adorable, and he's still adorable. Joshua Lee, and I told Daisy that. I said, I understand why you were so whatever, because Daisy is a sweetheart. She really is. She's very different, but she's a sweetheart.
Whose daughter was she? Like the five?
She was the niece of De La Hoya.
A boxer or something like that, right?
Yeah, Oscar. Yeah, she was a gothic. She was a gothic kid growing up. She had black hair. They used to call her Daisy Blades, or not Daisy Blades. That's what they joked about that song. Remember when in Daisy of Love, she had them all like be bands. They all had
that was the girl from Daisy of Love. She was originally on Rock of Love.
Yes, exactly.
Oh yeah.
Okay. She's a little tiny thing.
Yeah, she is.
It was like, she was like the Bachelorette type of deal. Like, she was on the show, and like, you know, then she got her own show, like that type of situation. Yeah.
No, and I love her. She's talented. I wish she would do more music. She is. I loved seeing her.
Oh my gosh, I remember her.
She is Daisy's. She's a nice person. She looks. She looks the same but different. She doesn't have blonde hair anymore.
I think we need to find everybody from all the old shows and interview them.
Because she was like in the final with Jessica was the finalist with her on Bret's season. Wasn't it Jessica and Daisy?
See, now my thing is I don't remember from. Oh my goodness,
Julie would know.
Julie, am I right? Am I close?
Julie would know. She would. Julie is our Bret Michaels czar. So anything you need to know about Bret Michaels, Julie is your woman. Oh Lord.
Holy crap.
Yeah, because there was a Toya or Tova, or started with a T, and she was a real P-star.
Susie Q. Yes, please. If you have the connections, and to MTC, my press secretary, like, someone's hot for your job. So let's see some magic happen. Just saying. Oh Lord,
It's good to hear you laugh, Mr. Yates.
You know, it's better than crying, right? So, we never even finished like our whole like 90-day thing. Let me bring this back. We never finished it.
Okay.
We got to Lauren and Alex, and then we just forgot about it. What is that outlet? No, I don't like. No. Oh. Okay, there we are. All right, so then we have. I hit the wrong button. Then we have Angela Michael.
Michael's put some weight on. He looks good. He's a tall guy.
Yes. And I'm going to move on because I don't want to get into anything.
No, that's okay. I
Oh,
understand.
Okay, how many times are TLC going to stuff Gino and Jasmine down our throats?
And until one of them like goes to a different network.
You know, like, you remember the live I did with all his whores that he paid for? Oh, not whores. John called it whores. The baby girls, the women that accepted money to date people. And I did a live, and I believe actually that Brooke was on that live, and Heidi, and all of Gino's harem. Lindsay, that's it. Thank you, Barbie. But there were a few sugar babies that interviewed with us that live, and it was very, very telling. That's all I can say. Like, you know, we've had to watch, like, does anybody believe their story at all? Like,
No, seeing how my former boss lived in the same neighborhood as Gino and told me some things about him, no, I believe nothing about their story. Nothing.
Speak more on that, Sophie. Speak more on that. Like your former boss, huh? Who? What?
I've told you this before. He
I
lived
know,
in the
but
same. Huh?
Remind.
Okay, well, just that he was always had these women in and out of his house all the time, and whenever the kids or the teenagers would ride their bikes or motorcycles up and down the street, that he would always call the cops on them, and he's like the male version of a Karen, pretty much. Those sort of things.
So you would call him a Garen, right?
A Garen, yeah, or a Darren, yes, a Darren. Darren to the Karen, yes.
And Sophie, you were like doing the recast with me, like when they were on, and Jesus, like, and I haven't watched 90 Day Fiance.
I haven't either.
Since the last time I've done a recap on it, and I couldn't tell you how long ago that was. At least 6 months, I want to say.
Yeah, but it seemed to be the children, the young boys of color that he would always call the cops on for riding their bikes up and down the road or taking up his parking spot on the street, that sort of thing. Yeah.
Wow. Okay. Well, Gino, it must be the hat, I guess, but I don't believe anything they're saying. Like, their scenes are so manufactured.
Yes.
Like, who believes any, like, and listen, it's not like I don't have connections to the show, and it's not like I have like cast members tell me how production does things. So, sure.
But yeah, how this went about is I was in the shop one day and I was watching 90 Day, and there's one of their scenes just happened to be on, and he come in and he like just kind of rolled his eyes and shook his head, and I was like, what? And he was like, I know him, right? Because my boss was originally from Michigan, same town, same neighborhood. He's like, he was like, I know him, right? And I'm like, no, I had no idea. And he was like, yeah. He was like, he was always the one calling the cops on all of us, me and my brothers and our friends in the neighborhood. So
he seems like he would smell to me. I don't know. He does. He just looks like he would like not be super clean.
Like Brute cologne or some shit, some old man cologne or something.
Like like Drakkar Noir, like that one.
Yes.
Yeah.
Maybe polo with some like, I don't know, sweat.
That mixed with sweat. Yeah.
Yeah, like wrestling sweat. Yeah, no.
I can't.
So yeah,
Wrestling sweat.
Old Spice and hot dog water.
That's pretty much what that is. You hit the nail on the head with that comment right there. Let me see here. So who's next? Let me see. Oh,
Oh boy.
When I was in high school, I used to keep stats for wrestling, so I remember vividly what it smells like.
Aren't
Oh.
they separated now?
they're either like divorced or in the process of it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And they're
And-
unhappily.
Because they were in
And-
such deep love that they're tragically apart now.
You know, we watched them. You know, remember like the interview I had with Liz, like years ago.
Uh-huh. I do.
You know, I'm just happy that Liz, is feeling better.
Finally woke up, opened
Yeah,
her eyes, moved
mean,
back
I
to
didn't run this
California.
bitch.
Yeah.
Thank you, Martin's mommy. I'm trying to feel like myself again. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that.
That's my girl.
There's been a lot that's been going on, but I want to get back to what I love to do. And
Who's that snow on the ground?
and there's snow on the ground, so God christened it. So
Right.
Well, no, I'm just saying, like, it was 70 yesterday, and today we've got 2 inches of snow on the ground.
Keep it over there.
yeah, we're good. But a snowstorm like a couple of nights ago, and we were supposed to get 5 inches. And when they say snow is coming here, because we live on a tiny island,
Mhm.
so between the salt water and the wind and whatever, we barely ever get snow here. But when we get snow, it's
Right.
horrific.
Yeah.
Nikki. Yeah, well, it won't hit, and you could hold me to it. If we're snowed in, remember I did that live maybe 2 or 3 years ago, when we got a blizzard here.
Mhm,
I
mhm.
was trying to walk down the street. But normally 9 times out of 10, when snow's in the forecast for our area, we don't get it. Thankfully. But
The other day when Brooklyn was saying they were forecasting 8 inches.
right.
Okay, so it was supposed to snow here also, and nothing.
Night
We didn't
wind.
even get a snowflake.
0 here.
And now today they said, "Oh no, nothing," and we got an inch or 2. So, but it's all good. I like snow.
So Ed and Liz, excitement.
No, because we know what happened.
B
We know how
Ravens.
it
I
ended.
used to live there, and you can take that 79 degrees and shove it somewhere else. Love you.
I thought this was going to be a night. What?
No, I'm just.
Don't
I
be
mean,
telling your subscribers.
I'm being
some
jovial.
places.
Is what this is called. Jovial is that definition. And I love B Ravens, and thank you. But also when you're saying it's 79 degrees by you, and it's 20 here, not fun.
Mhm.
But thank you. But we used to live in Lauderdale for a long time. Wait,
Who's next?
wait. Genuflected. Who genuflected?
For you, Martin's mommy.
John Yates, you missed my remark earlier. I said I genuflected. Oh my God. Oh, Martin's mommy, I love you so much. Okay, so
Right?
to
Isn't she the best?
the non-Catholics that don't know what genuflect
I have no
means.
idea what it means, but it sounds important.
To genuflect is when you go into a church, and old school Catholics, before you walk into the pew, you genuflect by you kneel down and you do the sign of the cross, and then you enter the pew. That's genuflecting. That's very, very old school, and I love you. I love it.
And some people will, before they walk into, when they go to the back of the church, before they start the aisle, they'll genuflect there, and then they'll walk to whatever pew, genuflect before they go into the pew, and then walk into their pew.
Sarah K. Look, that's someone from Mob Wives. No, it's any Catholic knows that. Any old school Catholic knows that.
Yeah. Let's go Catholic.
Genuflect is not a word that you hear often. So, and if anyone ever says genuflect, they're a Catholic. But Martin's mommy.
Yeah, I think that's
same
the
thing.
first time I've heard it in my 46, almost 47 years.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you gotta be a Catholic to know what that means. High five to all my Catholics in the hizzy. Ooh, praise Jesus. There you go. But Martin's mommy, like, I love that, and that's amazing. That's that's old. I love old school traditions, and that's amazing.
Well, and I do agree with what Magical Mermaid says. Sounds like a leather bar. It did a little bit. I've never heard.
Oh no, you can't. Oh, now I have to go to confession for what you just said.
Magical. It's me and you. It's your fault. But yeah, I agree. There's a lot of genuflecting going on, and I've never heard that before. I'm not a genuflector.
We have a Catholic
I'm a
church
sinner, I
that's
guess.
super duper close to us. And when I went out today, I was like, what the heck is going on? And it's Friday, so they're fish fry. So the fish fry is like wrapped around the church.
Seriously,
Oh, yes,
do I have to do this? Okay, fine, I'll do it. Oh, I'm smoking.
Hey,
now.
I gotta drop down, guys. It has been a slice. I have to go.
Jules, thank you. First, before you go, hold on. Let me jot this down. Hold on, give me 1 second before you go. Hold on. Nope, don't like that.
So pretty.
There we go. Okay, Jules.
Yes.
I want to thank you for everything,
Oh,
and
I
it's although
pretty,
I was
pretty damn cool,
although
huh?
I was reluctant to talk to you. We'll just use that word. I was reluctant to talk to you again. You
And I took the brunt of that thinking.
Yeah,
I was
well,
going to say.
Oh, I know. We talked about that the other day. I said that if it wasn't for
Sophie,
Sophie,
don't make it about you, Sophie. Stop.
you know it's all about Princess up here.
I'm going to shut up now.
Jules, honestly, from the bottom of my heart, thank you. And
Who would have thought?
I am so right. I'm just so happy that you're in my life again.
Aw.
And I think our charisma shows to everybody. And honestly, you've been there for me a lot in the last 2 months, more than most. So thank you. And I appreciate you.
welcome.
And everybody in the chat, make sure that you're following Jules.
Well, John and I are a lot, and that's why a lot of people hate us, because I guess we are a lot like in certain ways. And I do get him. And that is why when he was upset with me that day, that's why I told Sophie, I'm like, I get it. I said, he just, you know what I mean? There's a lot in his head right now. And I think by that thinking, I don't know. It's just, it's time to lay down the sword.
Yeah.
I agree.
And that's all there is to it. If anybody wants, for people to move along, we have to lay down the sword sometimes. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And I do think that John and I, our energy bouncing off of each other. I think there's sometimes when we're on.
We're
You know what I mean?
both Aries.
You are.
So and in my life, all my best friends, because Aries, we're the worst.
Yeah, we are.
We're the worst.
No doubt there.
And in my whole life, usually my closest best friends were also fellow Aries, because only another Aries can put up with another Aries.
Oh, I know. We're extra.
So
to the third power.
So let me well, no, I can't genuflect to you because that would be blasphemy. But
especially after I called it a leather bar.
I already have enough strikes against me. But honestly, Jules, thank you so much. I look forward to our continued presence on YouTube and having fun and being ourselves, because people want to say a lot of things about us, me, Jules, and Jules is really right neck and neck with me with the amount of hate that she gets.
Right. At this point.
And it's not even...
And then Sophie's gaining speed.
I am.
But I really appreciate it.
You understand it better when the shit happens to you. And that, oops, there's my first cuss word. When the flag got put on his car and stuff, I was just, because when the flag got put on his car, it was after the flyers, I believe, had shown up here. And I'm telling you guys, when it happens to you, it hits a whole different way. You know what I mean? It's not all fun and games when it's you. It really isn't. And I think I think that we can appreciate that because it's happened to both of us.
And I think,
Yeah.
like, you know, there's a lot of people in the background that were enabling fights between certain people.
Mhm, mhm.
Encouraging.
Yeah, encouraging is a good word. That's a good word. Again, Jules, thank you.
They wanted to keep the riff. It's better to keep a division than, because when people come together, because ever since your channel, my channel, Siwa's channel, Sophie, Johnny, ever since all of us have been, like, you know, very cohesive together, it's been it's been kind of nice, and they don't like that. They don't like the positivity, and so the best way to do that is just to do more
And there are
positive.
certain people that are wishing they were here on this panel, but are really kicking themselves at night, every night.
You know,
Hey, how are you?
But
there's a lot of
Jules,
people
you've
that
been a
don't
breath of
want to
fresh
see.
air to me, and you really have proven yourself to me, and I, you know,
Oh, thanks.
I am eternally grateful for you, and I look forward to. I feel like I'm about to die in 3 seconds. I look forward to more things to come with me and you, and
Right, put more stuff together.
yeah,
Because I do feel that we can be equally entertaining without the mess. I really do.
and you know,
I think it'll be better. I think it'll make people feel better, and you won't feel icky. I don't want people to feel icky and slimy afterwards.
thank you, Martin's mommy, again. I can't genuflect yet, but I will. It'll be blasphemy.
Yeah, because I'm a blasphemer or whatever, so I have to
but you know, a lot of people say, like, you know, because, you know, there are drama channels, and, you know, people say, like, you know, people can only talk about hate and drama and this, that, and the other. And I think it's very clear that, like, you know, I can be on a live with Jules or Sophie, and we talk. Wicked, you don't have a channel, so you're out. But we can be in a live together and talk like we talked for like the last hour and 47 minutes and have fun and engage an audience without having to drag somebody or call CPS or police or whatever. So
we need more of that.
Yeah.
Does this mean I can stop making my payments?
Oh no, never.
Actually, Wicked, like I have no payments from you like yet tonight, so like you're on borrowed
time. So sorry.
What the hell? A lot of fun to be able to enjoy yourself without just the ucky feeling, because I know whenever I say, because we all know that I don't have the best mouth all the time, and I don't. But that doesn't make me feel good. You know what I mean? It's just like after I say those things, I don't sit there and be like, yeah, I laid into them. Like, damn, I'm like, why did I say that? You know what I mean? I shouldn't. And so I want to be in that moving forward. If we keep to some type of a content, this is why I tell people that whenever I go live, I always try to have something that isn't that. So that way, then I don't get stuck there. You know, I don't get stuck in that hateful little whatever. So anyway, and it's nice. It's nice to be able to talk with other people that want to leave that stuff in the behind us. You know what I mean?
And a lot of people want to sell like all of us shorts, right? Like, you know, but look at the other people who try to do content. And
no,
I'm thankful because
we talked about that earlier.
Wait, what did Brandy say? No flicking. Oh, no flicking Jen in the chat. Oh, well, I think she's been gone from this chat for a minute, but yeah, she's definitely a negative force. But there are so many other things that are interesting out there in this little universe, whether it be TV shows or like me finding little nooks of YouTube that are unseen, and Pregnancy Watch with Heather. I mean, of course, you guys, that's going to happen any day.
Because that's what a content creator does. You look for stuff, and like I lost my way. Everybody knows that. Like, you know, I've been.
It's time to get back to it.
Yeah, and because you get sidetracked with it. Because I think all of us get sidetracked with like trying to defend ourselves against all of the lies and all the slander. And I think I think really at the end of the day, the best way to get away from that is just to be us, you know, and be what makes us us.
And show the world that we don't need to do lies and just trash people. Like, you know, we're better than that. And this shows that, because, you know, I mean, I know that when this live started, there were like, you know, 500 people like pulling them out to hear about, like, you know, what happened today. But
I know. Waiting.
You know,
now we're down to the 194 real ones that wanted to be here for whatever.
And that's all that matters. And that's where you build back up from.
Yeah.
And that will bring the people that are enjoying the stuff that is not confrontational. Y'all can have the confrontational stuff and have a great time with it, because it doesn't do anything for your soul. And
I know that Sophie's, like, you know, is walking away from, I know Jules, you are, you know, everyone, like, you know, and let's have fun.
It would be insane to sit there and say that, like, I'm not going to sit here and say that, like, I'll never, ever, like, respond if I feel like I have to defend myself at some point.
Well, we're all human.
I don't want to get stuck there. That's not where I want to be.
And there's probably, I can't say I will never respond again, because, you know, I'd be full of shit if I said.
Yeah, exactly.
And, you know, like,
he said that he would never do this again, and then there he is. So, but it's just, I have much more fun doing other stuff than I do being mean, because I'm telling you, when I mean, that stuff that rings in the, like, if I even just like little things, like I'll say to like people in my matcha, I'm like, man, that was really bad, and they're like, that wasn't that bad, but in my head,
you feel bad. You feel bad.
And I don't
want
to feel that way. I don't want to. I don't want to be that presence, and I don't want to make. I want to make my chat feel like they're having a good time. I want them to feel entertained, and I don't want it to be off of other people's expense and other people's tears or whatever. You know what I mean? That doesn't make me feel good about myself.
And it shows you the caliber of the people who are going live and doing that, like, you know, all people's miseries and their tears and their shortcomings or whatever. It's, you know, but I think, like, tonight, this panel tonight, which, like, you know, I didn't have a great day. I'm just gonna put that out there. You know, I barely slept. I threw up for the first 5 hours I was awake from nerves and everything. But I think that people would rather see us all laughing and having fun. Bullshit.
Definitely.
And if you look what Brandy says, I think Brandy's right on the money there. I need John in an 80s tracksuit dancing to Debbie Gibson for a dance party.
Okay, so I do have a tracksuit. I'm not gonna lie.
It's red, isn't it?
and it's velour. So
oh my goodness, that's hysterical. Anyway, I keep forgetting that I was leaving. So anyway, thank you very much. You guys are amazing.
Jules.
And you haven't seen the last of all of this type of stuff.
No, we're gonna continue having fun.
Yeah.
That was nice.
Before we continue, I'm going to go ahead and jump down too.
Oh no!
Oh, there's the bottom half.
There it is. There it is.
That's the bottom half.
But it is red and it is velour.
Maybe we should just end it on a high. Maybe we should just end this live tonight.
Yeah.
Oh,
an hour 53 is good.
I got your payments a little late.
Thank you.
I'm not going to dock you for like my interest, but
okay, I appreciate that.
But moving forward, for me, it's been a long day. I just wanted to lay in my
More
bed
fun, less hate,
and go to sleep. So I think it's safe to say that all of us are just moving forward, and you know, there's, you know, when people have no talent, they can
pick on those that do.
To like whatever they can to get views. And yeah, listen, I know, like, you know, if I was live right now and saying this one, that one, you know,
we'd have 300 people in here.
Yeah, no, I'm good. I am good with all of this, you know, and thank
you, Anna.
Hey,
Have a
Anna.
good
Good night.
night.
Good night, sweetheart. Anna, another great person. So happy to
Mhm.
in my life. Um, uh,
Yeah.
you know, for the first time in a long time, 7 months, I'll be,
Mhm.
you know, I finally feel like I can start doing what I like to do and not, being involved with stuff. So I feel
mean-
good. Um,
That's
mean,
good,
John,
and
if
that's
I
all that
may,
matters.
if I may, I have said it
you may not.
before.
No, I'm kidding with you. Go ahead.
Come on, please. When you are in your element and you were having fun and you were doing what you do best, no one can touch you. I mean, absolutely, positively no one. And I can say, not only as one of your panelists, but as a friend and as a
Wicked.
viewer,
The Garcelle's Glam Squad just leave your house.
they did.
Go ahead. Sorry to interrupt you.
That's okay. No, but I can say, honestly, as a friend and a panelist and a viewer, it's good to see everyone leave the hate behind and you move forward and bring in new people. You and Jules are great together, and it's fun to see. And I'm happy because you, for a first time in a long time, you look relieved.
Well, I kind of feel like my old self a little bit. Just like, a skosh, but like I feel like
Nice.
my old self again. And I've always said all I want to do is talk about TV shows, or like me and Mara can go live and talk about diarrhea for 5 hours and like have like the best time ever. It's and I'm very transparent with my diarrhea stories. Burger King. But everyone
Martin's mommy, I have to say, Martin's mommy, my dear friend, you have made me so happy tonight. All of your kind words to John and the genuflect, is that what it was?
Oh,
Yes,
genuflect. Let me show you how you genuflect before this is over. Julie wanted me
Okay.
to show it. Okay.
Okay.
Lord, oh God, this is already blasphemy because I'm not in a church, but
It's
I'll do
okay.
Oh man.
Just make the
Hold
sign of the cross before you do
Martin,
it.
I'm gonna drop your comment down for 1 second because you can't see it. Okay, so I'll go full screen, solo. No, that's you, Sophie. You're
Ooh,
not
hey.
Hi.
hold on. That's wrong button. Me solo. Yeah. Okay, so Lord. Well,
It's okay.
and these were not the clothes I wore to court. By the way.
Got you.
So crotch shot.
Oh, hey, where's the 100?
So, okay, so when you go into church, right? So say this is the pew right here, okay.
Uh-huh.
So before you, you walk into church, and you see the pew that you want to commit to and sit in.
Mm-hmm.
What you do is you kneel and then you do the sign of the cross.
Yeah.
And then that's it. That's a genuflect. And
Okay,
that's
got you.
what that is. And if you go to the altar, if you want to go to the altar, you genuflect then too. Very important that you genuflect in front of the altar. All
Mhm.
my Catholics know this. So
But yes, Martin's
basically
mommy, you have really made my heart happy. You have,
and
because me
mine
and you
too.
have had many talks about things, and to see you here in the place you are now, you and John both, it does make me really happy.
And
does.
I'm very grateful for all the salvage relationships that I have now.
Yeah,
Who would have thought a year ago that
I know.
Siwa, Jewel, I was rogue for a long time, and it's actually nice to honestly, it's I was on my own, and it was me, and I wrote everybody off, and
Mhm.
it's actually nice to feel the warmth of the other community, and not other communities, the other my friends' channels and their subs, and I know that we all share like a lot of subs together. We
Mhm.
always have, but it's nice to feel
See
that.
some of the to see some of
Yeah.
the people that have been over in my chat exclusively for a long time, and now see them over here and in Jules and in Siwa's, to moving on outward to all of my friends again. It does make me happy. It does.
Thank you, Kimmy. Oh, Cody, Kimmy's in chat. Kimmy, Kimmy. There you go. For my best friend's wedding. That's a good. But you know, let's end this on a high, and let's move forward. Please make sure everybody is sub to Jules, to Sophie, Johnny Mac, whoever else. I'm feeling, you know,
Siwa.
Siwa, Johnny Mac.
She was in chat earlier. You know, if I'm forgetting somebody, please don't shoot me. But let's
JJ,
all
there's been
Amzi.
Yeah,
Let's
the
all
whole crew. You know who everybody is. Just make sure you're subscribed to all of us.
let's all support each other, and let's just have fun, like how it used to be on.
Mhm.
Let's make YouTube great again.
There you go.
Boom! Give me my red hat. Let's make YouTube great again. Okay,
Yes.
guys.
Love you guys.
I love all of you, and again, thank you for
Thanks
the
for letting me come
support.
up, John. I appreciate it.
Oh, you're always welcome.
Well, I
Of
know, but
course, Wicked. Of
As long as
course.
you keep paying me, you're always welcome on this
well,
show.
you know,
Um,
I need to renegotiate my contract.
but yeah, let's just have fun and be merry. So, with that being said, good night, everybody.
Good night.
And I will see you tomorrow, maybe shortly. I don't know.
We'll see what happens. Later,
Bye,
guys.
everybody.
Bye.